It's Shelly from Coral & Co. Today, we're gonna make a quilted pot holder.
You will need Insulbrite, batting, 2 fat quarters of fabric, and bias tape. Cut the pattern out of the fabric. Cut 2 outside pattern pieces from the fabric. Cut 2 lining pattern pieces from the fabric. Cut 2 large squares of Insulbrite and cut 2 large squares of batting. Using a marker tool, draw diagonal lines in both directions on the fabric for quilting. To make a quilt sandwich, start by placing a layer of batting and then a layer of Insulbrite and finally the fabric oven mitt piece on top. Hold these in place with basting pins. Quilt both sides of the oven mitt by sewing down the diagonal lines you previously marked. If using a Frizz-on pen for marking, iron to erase the lines. Trim away layers of batting from around the oven mitt. Place the quilted oven mitt top and bottom outside pieces right sides together and pin or clip in place. Repeat this step for the lining pieces. Sew together outside layers using 1/4 inch seam allowance, leaving the bottom hole open. Remember to backstitch in place at the beginning and the end. Sew around the edge of the lining pieces, leaving the bottom open. Turn the outside layer of the oven mitt right side out. Place the lining of the oven mitt inside the outside oven mitt piece. Open the bias binding and fold it around the raw edges of the opening of the oven mitt. Both the raw edges of the inside lining and the outside layers will be inside the binding fold. Overlap the ends by 1 inch. Fold the raw edge of the overlapping edge of the bias binding over to contain the raw edge and pin in place. Cut a binding strip 6 inches long. Top stitch around the edge to close the fold. Fold the strip in half and insert it under the back edge of the binding and pin in place. Top stitch along the bottom edge of the binding to sew the binding in place around the raw edges of the oven mitt layers. And you are all done!